So you tell your spouse something and you notice they don't want to listen, they don't want to do it. First of all, that's why it's important to marry the right person, to marry a child of God, to marry somebody that is broken in the spirit. When I say broken, I mean someone that has spiritual brokenness, to listen. Someone that is meek in the heart, someone that is humble, to listen, because it takes humility to listen without arguing. If you know anybody that anytime they have to listen, they first of all argue, and you have to convince them through argument to listen or to do what you think is right for them to do, it means the person is not humble. A humble person will not argue first before they do the right thing. They will listen first. They will listen and pay attention. And when they are listening, they are truly listening. Because some people are listening to know what to say next. So when you are listening, you are paying attention. You are not just looking at the person and staring at the person. So when someone is speaking to you and you are listening, stop anything you are doing and listen to the person. Pay attention. You see, I'm saying this because most couples that I see that are having issues in their marriage, this is simple. This is a simple solution. Listen to your spouse. Pay attention when they are talking to you. Drop that phone. When your spouse is talking, drop the phone. Keep the phone by the side. Matter of fact, when you are with your spouse, you shouldn't be pressing your phone. Keep your phone by the side. All right? Those gadgets should not take the place of communication and connection in your marriage. Drop the phone completely. Leave phone out of it. And when your spouse is talking, pay attention. Your children, your child is talking to you, trying to get your attention. Pay attention. Listen. Do not listen to know what to say next. Listen to understand what they are saying. All right? Now, if the person has to convince you, most of the time they are talking to you and there's an argument, the person has to argue and argue and argue with you before you can, even accept what they are saying, it means you lack humility. You're a very arrogant person. And I've seen such people, at place of work, in different places, even in church. Before they do anything, you have to argue with them. Argue with them. Even when they know clearly what you are telling them is the truth, that is the right thing for them to do, they will argue with you and argue with you before they will do it. Such people, they lack humility. And some people don't stay around me. I will make sure you don't stay around me. No. That spirit, they don't hang around me. They don't know. I will make sure people like that don't stay around me. Because it's a very, very dirty spirit. It's an ugly spirit. The spirit of argument is very ugly, especially in marriage. Some of you, in marriage, you are still arguing as an adult. You tell your wife something and you notice that, she does not believe what you say. Fine. The right thing to do is to pray about it. Pray. Sometimes pray before you tell her. You don't need to start raising your voice and shouting. No. You tell your husband something and you notice the person probably is stubborn about it. You don't need to argue. Pray about it. Some things, pray before you tell the person. But like I said, fundamentally, marry the right person. And you wouldn't need to be arguing and quarreling and fighting and tensions everywhere. A genuine child of God will listen. Because meekness is the fruit of the Holy Spirit. And one of the signs of meekness, that one of the traits of meekness is that the person will listen to you. Listen, even when you are not making sense, a genuine child of God who is humble will listen to you. Even when you are not making sense, they will just listen and pay attention as a way of respect. Please, I want to encourage us. If you are listening to me and you are still arguing in your marriage, that is so childish. It's so childish. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. It's not necessary. Why are you turning your marriage into a battleground? Both of you are always arguing. This person will say one thing, the other person will say something else. Children are listening to you, paying attention. Daddy and mommy are always arguing. Cat and dog in the house. In your bedroom is always argument. Your children are hearing argument from you. That's not marriage. And this is why you should marry somebody that shares the same values with you. Because if both of you believe in the same thing, you share similar values, you will not be fighting. You will not be arguing. You will not have quarrel because you have similar values. You share the same ideas about everything. And I've had some people who say, some men of God even say it. They say, oh, you must be arguing. It takes fighting to have peace. If there is no quarrel, there will be no peace. Sometimes it's good to argue. That is nonsense. How can you be telling people to argue sometimes? In fact, one lady, so one lady like that, she was dating a guy that is so calm, very quiet guy. The guy doesn't like quarrel. So the lady said, I want to provoke him to even know if he can be angry. How can I marry a man? I think somebody advised her to do it. Some of our friends told her, you have to provoke him so that you will know how he gets angry. How can you marry somebody that is not getting angry? You know, you have to know who he is, to know his reactions. So she went and provoked the guy. And the guy just called her and said, you know what? This is not the kind of relationship I want. I'm sorry. I have to end it. And the guy left her. Yes, left her. And I've done that to somebody when I was single. I was dating somebody, actually cutting somebody for marriage. And, you know, I was advising her about something that I know to be right, to be honest with you, that I know to be right before God and man. And the lady said, who are you to tell me what to do? Who are you to advise me? Who are you to even tell me about this? And this is a decision that will affect the both of us, you know. And when she said that, I said, oh, so this decision that will affect me, I can't even advise you on it. That was the end of that courtship. That was the end. So when she was saying, I was just testing you to pull your to know how you react, I said, well, I reacted the way I reacted. It has ended, right? Everybody go your way. Listen, not everybody want fight. Some people want peace in their life. If you are the kind of person that you would like to fight, then go and marry somebody that want to fight. If you marry a peaceful person, give the person peace. And don't come to start arguing and quarreling and throwing tantrums and carrying face malice. Stop. You are not a child. You married that person because you love the person. To be a helper, a companion, a husband, a good husband. You promise to love her. You promise to love him, to work with him. Both of you are a team. Why are you quarreling and having issues? Even when something doesn't go your way, you're uncomfortable about something, talk about it in a calm way. You don't need to start throwing tantrums and calling your family, hey, you can't imagine what my husband, my wife has done. Oh, hey, come and see everybody. Oh, post it on Facebook. Oh, it means you're a child. You can have conversations in a calm manner. All right? And that is why it's important too to have structures in marriage. Both of you should have structures. Before you start the marriage, have foundations, have rules. Every marriage, every home should have rules. So there are things you don't do in my house. There are rules guiding my marriage. And I didn't just say the rule. Me and my wife, we sat down and we wrote it down. We documented it. We framed it. It's on the wall. There are rules. There are things that don't happen in this house. We put ourselves under rule. Both of us. We sat down, documented the rules and regulations of our family, of our marriage. And we placed it on the wall. Is framed. Everybody is under rule. There are rules and regulations. All right? So you have to put yourself under subjection of a rule in your family that there are things we don't do here. One of them is that we don't argue here. There's no argument in this house. We don't do that. All right? You're supposed to be husband and wife, lovers, friends. You shouldn't be fighting. Your spouse is your team. It's your team. That is why I'm against third party. Those of you that say, oh, you place your family mother above your wife or above your husband, you place your child above. That's nonsense. You cannot place any human being above your spouse. Your spouse is the most important human being in your life. Treat the person that way. Help the person out. Support the person. Push the person to go forward in life. Give the person all the support they need. They don't see, listen, if your spouse has to always tell you their need before you do it, you are not a good spouse. You are not a good person. You have to discern the needs of your wife or your husband. Discern it. That's why you are there. Discern the person's needs. Look around the person and check their needs and start feeling it and start meeting them. They don't need to tell you. They don't need to start telling you, oh, I need this, so please help me out with this. So the person wants to work. And you know when the person comes back, they will eat. The person is sleeping and there's cold. And you know there's blanket there that can cover the person. And that person is sleeping in the cold. You are not thoughtful enough to take blanket to cover the person. That's being wicked. If you are the kind of person that you know the needs of your spouse, you don't want to meet it. You are a wicked person. Don't do that. All right? Work like a team. That's why you're married. Don't make your marriage a battleground. That you went to work to deal with haters and evil people who are ganging up against you at work to lose your job. You come home again to fight another battle. Sometimes you go to church to fight battles. You come home again to fight another battle. You're not being wise. Your home should be a haven of peace, a place of peace that you come home and you're relaxed and there is rest. Not to come to fight another war with your spouse. Be wise. Advise yourself.